This episode features extensive XRP testing of key resistance regions. After all, the test is ongoing. People, this is the time and moment we have been waiting for. Recall the beginning of the year when I was creating all these YouTube videos. I asked, do you want to see a higher price or a high price for XRP? If you don't consider this the perfect timing, given that XRP is poised for a breakout and October is historically the best month for cryptos with 80% of the time in the green, then we need to strike at the right moment. In this episode, we'll look at the upcoming meetings between Brad and Brad Jing. It's unclear what other timing we're looking at, and we may receive notice that the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit is over and they won't appear. I shouldn't reveal who the real interviewee is between Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, but that's right. Now go ahead and unwind. Get a cold beverage for yourself. I feel envious. I wish I had one. Let's dive right into Bitcoin. $65,783, up 1.36% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum at $2,692, up 2.27%. USDTA and USDCC both returning to their dollar pegs exactly where you want them to be, and XRP. Indeed, it's me, buddy. 586 Sierra Leonean Leones 586, not 589.58 cents, for those who are counting. Keeping tabs on the domestic cryptocurrency market size, which is currently $2 trillion, $326 billion, raises the question, where do we go from here? That is the question everyone has, where are we? There's only one thing about leaving that worries me. This is the one item that gives me anxiety. Is this how people feel about crypto on Twitter? Is really optimistic. Everyone is conversing. Everyone is engrossed in discussions about longs. I understand that cryptocurrency will experience significant growth. Let's look forward to a 100x or 100,000 increase in Bitcoin for everyone. Each coin-wise since 2017, I have been in this position. The cryptocurrency field has witnessed this kind of emotion, so I'm uncertain about the future. My own opinion is that Bitcoin will retest between 50, and how will we be able to determine whether Simple passes 72,000 and no additional test is needed? Simple passes 72,000, no additional test is required. I believe the retest takes place ahead of schedule. In the coming weeks, I anticipate conducting a retest. It won't be lengthy or unpleasant like the last one. Instead, I believe it will be a swift knockout. Everyone will lose everything, and you'll be lucky if you manage to buy anything before it rises. We move forward, and an upward march follows. That's just my own opinion. I could be 100% incorrect, but I could also be 100% correct. You know it's a coin flip, folks. That's the current situation. Data indicates that we are breaking out, but not that crypto has entirely broken out, even though no PA data indicates that this thing has fully broken out. For myself, I'm arguing that while Twitter is exploding, exercise caution and keep your money on the sidelines. If things go wrong, I'll buy it. If not, my money will stay on the sidelines. You want it to be simple. To understand why I'm not in a rush at the final minute, because I've been dollar cost averaging and purchasing cryptocurrencies since 2017. Telegram Bitcoin is experiencing this September is the best on record. If you look back to 2013, the lowest point ever, you'll see that September has increased by nearly 9%. There are still a few days left to complete. We're starting this thing off strong, so maybe we can hold on and have a fantastic, powerful weekend here. Full weekend here. However, September is typically a dreadful and violent month, so let's embrace some greenery. As you can see, over the last 4 years, from September to December, I have developed a fondness for green. In fact, from September to March, we finished the year in the green for cryptocurrency. Here's the crazy thing, we're going to have a crazy Q4 that will last until tax season the following year. We're going to see a sell-off during tax season and then a bullish end to spring into summer. If you don't believe me, take a look. Indeed, the tax season begins in April, marking the end of the tax season. April marks the end of the tax season. What are the events leading up to April? Okay, so there's green for January, February, and March. We anticipate a sell-off during tax season. And then what typically occurs? If we examine the bull season's 2020 green, 2016 super green, June 2016 green, 2020 somewhat crimson, but July green, if you notice any patterns that stand out to you, you can assess the current state of these markets by examining their historical performance and comparing it to ours. According to the experts, our upcoming task is quite straightforward. We're about to accomplish, according to the experts. The CryptoMine Decommission suggests that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is likely to appeal the July 13th court ruling in the Ripple case. Look, I'm not attempting to be impolite. I'm not trying to be cruel to those who don't care. Eleanor Terrett conversed. All right, so you agree with me? I had a conversation with a former SEC attorney who, according to air quotes, had recently left the agency. He stated, this is his opinion, folks, that they will probably appeal. It doesn't matter what this guy said or whether she spoke to a former SEC, the fact that she is even conversing with them suggests that she is out there. She is seeking information so that she can post this on Twitter and receive interaction, as it seems like a worthwhile endeavor. Are you conversing with ex-SEC attorneys? You're probably thinking, oh man, I know this guy, he used to work there, since you can't expect anyone at the SEC to reply to you. Was that maybe a year or 6 months ago? It's fine, we'll just state that he's a former worker. Before turning it into a tweet, I'll wait to hear from him. She simply responds, it's unclear whether she actually spoke to him, correct, and Jeremy Hogan offers the greatest analysis of this, saying that it's only natural for them to believe that the viewpoint is incorrect. They were incorrect, and the losing side was correct. If you find yourself in an argument where someone disparages your viewpoint, you will naturally believe that you are correct. They are also correct. No, I'm not claiming to be ignorant of what may occur. One can predict what will occur in October. Seventh right, who cares what she's doing? When a lawsuit arises and the appeal date approaches, nobody knows. Why are you investigating this matter and seeking an answer from a former SEC lawyer? He has no say because he no longer works there. He doesn't know what's going on in the agency, so who cares? And, to top it all off, who knows if you spoke to him? I should tweet immediately to let you know that I just had a conversation with a former SEC lawyer who informed me that the SEC will not file an appeal. I should proceed accordingly, and based on the number of views and tweets I receive, I'm confident I'll succeed. He would say something like, hey, Rip, you were wrong. I did not mention that it appeared to be the former. The SEC lawyer affirms that he never held a position there. In 5 years, all he replied was, I assumed you understood what I meant. Come on, it's not a big deal, people, it's nothing at all. People are growing agitated and irrational over a meaningless issue. Nothing at all. The Grayscale Fund's assets under management have doubled, which is what you want for the Grayscale Trust. Please remember that the trust is a stepping stone to the ETF, so your interest in it increases your chances of receiving one. We will not be discussing the XRP news. We got this handled, I'll take care of that later. This morning, but I'd like to delve a little further into the reasons behind why Chris and Brad and Chris, I can't remember the last time I saw Brad and Chris together on stage. Brad and Chris have a speaking engagement at the Fed FinTech Conference in Philadelphia from October 22nd to 23rd, a mere 2 weeks following the appeal deadline. If I'm putting 2 and 2 together, this is practically a win. Since 2017, I've been actively involved with Ripple on XRP. They are aware that this is about to end because, let's be honest, Ripple's attorneys are conscious that, should they choose to appeal this, they do so, and Aon is saying, let's not forget. Who oversees this moderator? The moderator, Sheila Warren, also served as the keynote speaker. At Swell 2020, she worked in the world, but why? A representative from the Federal Reserve was present that year. Swell is where David Mills Sheila received a study from the World Economic Forum titled Central Bank Digital Currency Policymaker Toolkit, And it's wonderful to see that XRP was listed as the most essential decision for wholesale central bank digital currency. This type of relationship is still ongoing, with Sheila and a Federal Reserve official showing up together with Ripple once more, making it rather evident regarding XRP, numerous significant events are transpiring behind the scenes.